Elton John is absolutely amazing. We literally just finished watching his song. It was Tiny Dancer, and it was just such a vibe. And I feel like it really has like sparked some thoughts towards music that we have been thinking. But before we get into like what we've been thinking about, I just wanted to introduce Cree properly to the channel because basically he is new to this channel, and it's this journey we're about to go on is going to be very very exciting. The people on the channel that are going to be making videos is myself, Cree, and my brother Dale. You guys have probably already watched some of Dale's videos, but Cree is a new member to R&D, and it's going to be just like so sick. So yeah, do you want to talk a bit more about yourself, Cree?
Yeah, so I'm an artist, I'm a producer, so I'm a musician. I'm also just a thinker. I love to think. I love to be. I like to think revolutionary. Like, do you know what I mean? I like to communicate thoughts that are outside the box to people. So I've got another channel, other than my main channel, which is obviously music. So my second channel is like where I'm just talking about things like self improvement, self mastery, and discipline and things like that. Obviously, I was doing reactions on that channel, but we repurposed it, and now I'm doing reactions on this channel. So I'm glad to be here. And as I said in the other video, the Elton John video, like let's just go. Like I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it, to the journey.
Yeah, man. And I feel like, yeah, it's just exciting the journey that we're gonna go on this channel, and there's just so much to uncover, so much more music that we have to listen to, and I feel like what I have touched so far isn't even the surface. You get me? So there's so much for you to discover as well, Cree. And I know on your other reaction channel you did react to some music, but we're gonna go even deeper and deeper and deeper into that journey. So from listening to Elton John Tiny Dancer, that was the name of the song, wasn't it? You have to double check because like when you've only listened to a song once, you have to really go over it. It really sparked this like thought in my head about like music history and time, like the way that music history has the effect it has on like the future. And it's almost like music is a way of stamping history.
Literally,
Like
like
it's mad.
I saw a quote and it said that art is decorating space and music is decorating time.
Yeah, that's it.
And based on that, I wrote a lyric that is, I decorate time and your mind is the canvas. So it's like literally based on that philosophy, like not even philosophy, based on that truth, like music is literally how you decorate time, because when you like listen to music, you see the time going like 3 minutes length of a song, but how did that time sound? How did that time paint imagery in your head? And I think that's like a real responsibility we have as artists, literally artists, because we're decorating the time. Like, how are we decorating it? What are we giving to the listener? Like, we're really responsible for the energy we give them.
Yeah, I really feel like now you said that we need to title this video "Music is how you decorate." What is it? Music is how
decorating time.
Music is decorating time, exactly. And I feel like that is literally like what this channel is about. It's kind of like us. We're quite young, so you're 20. I'm 20. No, I'm 20. You're 21. Yeah, I'm 20. You're 21. So it's like from coming through like this perspective of us being the age we're at, listening to all this music that we haven't heard before, but we might have heard hints of like on like radio or adverts on TV. Yeah, but like we've never really dived into the music, and I feel like when you really go into it, it's like all these little subconscious lyrics that have been in my mind are like actually playing, and like they're actually here now when we like put our focus and attention on it. And I really feel like some people from our generation wouldn't actually take the time to do that.
No, definitely not. Definitely, I feel like people, especially, I don't know if it's every generation, but our generation is definitely boxed in the sense of like when you hear something different, most people are just like, nah, I'm not listening to that. Like, nah, what's that? Because it has, I feel like every generation has their own frequency, they have their own like feeling, and like our generation has a different feeling to the previous, and they have a different feeling to the previous. But it's like, I feel like you really become a man, especially if you're an artist, you can really master art, like music specifically, if you look back in history and study and just appreciate, because there's a reason that was popping at the time. There's a reason, but if you're too close-minded to see the beauty in it, then like that's on you. Like you're just closed off. Like,
and like on that point, I really feel like we literally see it in artistry today that artists will literally take these older songs and resample them. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of songs that we listen to on this channel already that have been sampled into
Mm-hmm.
new R&B music, new
Mm-hmm.
like all these different genres that are from before have been sampled into new music today.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows that like music is all about recycling,
Yeah,
recycling these ideas and bringing them to light. But we have to pay respect to the music that actually created it from the beginning
definitely.
and done that from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think it's so important. And you said something else about the conversation of music,
Yeah,
innit?
I was saying how like music is like, and before I get into it, I was gonna say like it's mad because like even hip hop as a genre is literally like the fundamentals of that, the origins of that. It was based off like sampling jazz and things like that. So it's like it's literally there's been genres that are made from looking back at old music.
Yeah.
But what I was saying before was that music is like it's a vehicle of communication. Literally it's a vehicle of communication. So it's like, what are you communicating? I think nowadays like everything's fast food music, like everything's just business now.
Oh
Like
my gosh, yeah,
literally
fact.
everything's just like, oh, supply and demand. Oh, there's a demand for this. Let me supply it. Like instead of like let me love what I'm doing. Like if you look at like probably like the older viewers as well. If you look at like the music that's coming from our generation right now, I don't really feel it. I don't feel it because it's like I don't feel it. There's no feeling to it. It's just like it's just clubs. It's for the clubs. It's just quick. It's just like there's nothing wrong with the clubs, but it's just like it's just quick. Like there's no like essence of the music a lot of the time. It's just like money. It's like which is cool, but it's like where's your personality? Like what are you going through? Like who are you? How do you feel on a day to day basis? How can I relate to something that has no relationship with itself? Like you feel me? So yeah, music is a form of communication, and we have to really be aware of how we communicate it. Like, really, it's just what it is. It just is what it is. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
definitely. I think I've talked about this on the channel before, actually, about how a lot of the times when I listen to the music that I listen to on this channel, it has a lot more meaning. It has a lot more messaging behind it that actually means something. And I feel like if I'm literally talking from like people that are 20, 21, we literally know that like the music we listen to today is just bad. Like, like not
bad,
not the listens that we not the music that we listen to, but I mean like the music that's being pushed to our generation specifically. It's almost like the media kind of pushes this like dumb music to us. I ain't listening to it, but I feel like when we were in school and growing up in that like era, the music was just brainwashing, and it was really like just like trying to dumb us down. And I feel like for some reason that's what everyone kind of gets attracted to, and it's not very nice. But we kind of went on our own journey as musicians, and from making the music we realized how important it is to have the right message and have like good messaging and like actually spread authentic versions of ourselves through our music, if that makes sense. And even like if you try to do everything that everyone else is doing in the scene right now, it just doesn't work. It doesn't align with our spirits and whatnot. So yeah, like what I was saying was that when we come onto this channel and I started to like listen to this music, it really made me realize that older music is the best music. If you could listen to music like from now to then, the music that was before is way better than the music that I hear now. And I feel like there's not enough artists in our generation that get the recognition for the music they make that is authentic, because they're not getting pushed because all this other, I was gonna say a bad word, but all this other like bad music that we should listen to is being pushed instead.
Yeah, facts. It's about longevity. It's about what's gonna last, what's gonna still be relevant when the next generation comes through, because it was so inspirational that it's just grounded in greatness, and it's just gonna keep going and inspiring. Yo, there's not a lot of music nowadays that actually has that to it. Like, and there's so much you can break down about it. It's probably like down. It's down to the lyrics, the composition, everything. But it's like at the end of the day, you look back at this music that we're listening to on this channel and that I've been listening to when I do my reactions and just this older music, and it's like, yo, I still hear this like on adverts. I still hear this, and it's like 50 years old, and it's like raw, like, do you know what I mean? So there's obviously something very different about that music, and when you look at the lyrical content, what they're talking about, it's way more substantial than what's going on nowadays. So we need to have substance. Like we have to have substance, otherwise it won't last.
Yeah.
Like something that doesn't have substance won't last.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just as simple as that.
I agree. Nah, honestly, like this has been an amazing conversation, and I feel like I give thanks that we just listened to Elton John that song because it really did spark the idea, especially looking at the new music video that was created for it, knowing that it was out in like the 1970s, and like the fact that literally like the way that we're recreating this audio into visuals now. I've seen a lot of that on the channel so far as well. It just made me think about music being history and it really representing our history, and that's what we have to kind of take into consideration, especially us as artists. And yeah, I really appreciated it. So thank you guys. If you guys watched that reaction, I really appreciate you for watching it. It was so fun to just like listen to it and I don't know, dive deeper into Elton John because his first song that we listened to was amazing as well. Cree hasn't listened to that yet, so yeah, we'll get him on that as well. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you want to support the channel, make sure to check out our Patreon and buy me a coffee. Links are down below in the description as well. Every piece of support matters because we don't get paid for a lot of the content that's put out on the channel. So your support would be appreciated always. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.